Welcome to CTV Sports and the fifth game of the World Polo League 2024 Founders Cup. We have Audi going up against La Irenita.
And we're coming to you today from the beautiful field number 3 here at Grand Champions Polo Club. Great aerial shot there. Partly cloudy skies, but a nice 82 degrees Fahrenheit.
Yeah, and we have some amazing players ready to take the field. Let's take a look. All right, and a beautiful shot there. We have our fifth game here of the 2024 World Polo League Founders Cup. Yan, La Irenita, they're 1-0, and Audi coming off their big win. And the That's going to be their first game. So it's a huge game here. 25-goal team against a 26-goal team. Audi 26-goal, Irenita 25. 1 goal on handicap for Irenita.
Indeed, and Audi, of course, I'm sure still very much on that high, but they know what lies ahead. And this, as you just said, Dale, this team, La Irenita, who beat Senfest in their opening game of the Founders Cup. Even though they might be slightly weaker on handicap, they are definitely a force to be reckoned with, no doubt about it. Remember, the Founders Cup made up of 9 teams this year, divided into 3 groups. And we are today, with this being the 5th game of the tournament, we are in Group 1. And as you said, Dale, Audi making their first appearance in the Founders Cup after their win last weekend of the All-Star Challenge. And, of course, the action continues in the World Polo League tomorrow, Friday, the 1st of March. We actually start off the day with another cracking game of the top pony 8-goal Grand Champions Polo Club will be taking on Victory Polo. That's at 10 o'clock tomorrow morning. And then tomorrow afternoon, Casablanca will be taking on Kaya Polo team. And Casablanca and Kaya, of course, playing in group or bracket number 2.
You said we have the 3 teams. Each team, they'll play against each other, and then they'll rank the teams 1 through 9 based on their win-loss records first. Then they'll go to net goals and gross goals to determine who are the top 4 teams to advance to the semifinals, in which the first-place team will play against the fourth-place team, second will play against third, and then off to the finals they will go. We're playing on Field 3 today here at the Grand Champions Polo Club. Field 3 runs north and south. Wind blowing from east to west. Right there, World Polo League banner is on the east side of the field. So not going to be much of a problem running up and down the field. But we'll see with the penalty shots, with gusts of wind, if it makes a difference. Yan blowing from the east to west. So they'll have to adjust a little bit. You can see right here, Pablo McDonough. He's got the breeze right there blowing on his jersey as he's warming his pony up. And congratulations to Milo McDonough. And I got some word on Melissa Ganzi. She is okay after she had a ball hit her. And so we're happy to hear that. And that was we had Milo McDonough come in and fill in for her. She played the first 2 chukkers, scored a goal in each chukker, and then had that unfortunate ball hit her in the shoulder. And she stayed at the field, though, and she is doing fine. So the Maltese Falcons are happy about that. And so we'll get them lined up here. Remember, we are using the challenge system today. Each team will receive 1 challenge per half. That's 2 challenges in the game. You got to use it or lose it per half. We talk a lot about that. A lot of teams like to carry them all over and have 2 at the end of the game, but you got to use them per half. So we'll break down the challenges for you. They can challenge any call the umpires make. They can challenge ball placements. Procedure is once the umpires blow the whistle and announce the foul. That's a little different than some people realize. Not that when they blow the whistle, it's actually when they announce the foul to the players on what the foul is. Then they have 15 seconds to either say challenge or not, which they'll send that into our third man /IRO here, instant replay official in the CTV Sports Studio. Does Pancho have a new helmet? New helmet.
Yeah, it looks very smart.
Yeah, and I think he had a birthday. So happy birthday to Pancho and his new helmet. So he's been playing very well.
Probably a birthday present then.
Yeah, Rufino played very well for the Casablanca team yesterday. Then we are using the triggers also with the technology and the cameras. Remember, we have our end zone cameras, we have our center cam, and we have the drone that the IRO has the ability to use those cameras. We also have our end zone cameras where we'll be down in the pits, so you'll get close-ups of all the players and the trainers, getting up close and personal with all the players and the 4-legged athletes that are playing this game today. And we do have the 2-point conversion in place. So you see that line right there in the middle field, that the ball is behind the line. It cannot be on the line. It needs to be behind the line. That's why we have that camera right dead center. And it'll be worth 2 points. And we keep on saying it, and I don't mind saying it, but shot heard around the world, Santi Tocolino. But you got to give it up to Fred Mannix.
Yep.
Frederick Mannix. First 5B he had yesterday for his Alegria team. He hit and bounced one time, maybe a yard or two to the left. So he almost put one in. They're knocking on the door, and also Lario hit a few that were very nice. So we're gonna see these 2-pointers. Remember, they can do it during penalty shots. Actually, Santi was on a 5A, but the 5B, which is from the center, that's when you see most of the players trying. Sometimes they use it, sometimes they don't. And you can make that 2-pointer during play, regulation play, so when they're running. So we might be surprised if you don't see someone taking a big neck shot. I know Roldan, I've seen him hit 165 in Aspen. And they say the altitude does help a little bit there. We play at 6,800 feet in Carbondale, Colorado, where the Aspen Valley Polo Club is. That might help a little bit, but definitely. And Nacho, Navija Estrada, and Alejandro also. Both the Estradas, big hitters, and they get a little bit more out of the ball, they say, up in Aspen, up in the mountains. We do have the triggers in place. Remember the triggers. The umpires can use the triggers to check to see if a goal is in or out. Check to see when the ball is either in or out on the end line or the sideline. And I love that they put that in on the sideline because that's a big play on the change of possession.
Huge.
A cop on the pitch. We use that term when the ball does go out of bounds. And it's a huge play in the game of polo now, the change of possession. Used to be a bowling, if you remember, back in the day, and that's a bit of a lottery, so that never made sense. A lot of teams would just hit the ball out of bounds sometimes and just go to the bowling, but now you give the possession up. So it's changed the game, and I like that procedure. They can also use the triggers to check and see anytime two four-legged athletes come together on a ride-off or any kind of bump, just to make sure. And also when you get a sword fight or two-legged athletes come in on a tough play, they can use the cameras for that on a trigger, any on a sports-like conduct. And then we have put in place with the World Polo League the umpire trigger, which is when the two umpires disagree. And in regulate polo, where they have a third man, they usually go to the third man. We send it to our third man / IRO, where he'll be able to use all the cameras to give the umpires his decision and help them make a high percentage call. So it looks like we have everybody lined up, ready to go. First Chukker action. Here we go.
So ball's about to be thrown in from our very, very experienced WPL umpires, who, of course, are very important and part and parcel of the World Polo League and have been now, this in its 6th year. And Audi, just to remind you, if you've just tuned in, you haven't missed anything just yet. And that one goal is given on handicap. But as you can see on the clock, the ball has just been thrown in. Audi have the first possession. And 2 10-goalers, of course, gracing us with their presence here this afternoon. A total of 5 competing in the Founders Cup. And out there this afternoon on field free, we have Hector Castagnola, the man who was just trying to just finish what he'd started after picking up that ball from the throw-in. And the man who you now see on your screen, Pablo McDonough. So 26 goals versus 25 goals. Anyone's game. Senfest, of course, I'm pretty sure will be rather confident after having had their first win under their belt. But let's see if they can make it 2-0 or whether Audi will disrupt the flow here of La Irenita. On the breakaway then, and that young man with the number 4, a young man from Brazil, Gilberto Sayao, very, very strong player. We've seen that already, how he played in the All-Star Challenge, and he's picking up where he left off. Very quick, very good on the move, but now back to Audi and Mr. Nick Roldan.
Yeah, they've been using Sayal in the front of the game. He pulls the team very well. They match up very well, both these teams. Very similar styles of polo on the move. Heta.
Castagnola, of course, the second 10 goal I was just talking about. They'll, I'm pretty sure, keep a very close eye on him. There he is again, coming on the left-hand side of your screen. McDonough sends it back down the line and picked up nicely. And this man, of course, Gonzalito Pierres. He scored some amazing goals already in the All-Star Challenge. And let's see how Audi can rev up that engine here in their opening match of the Founders Cup 2024. And McDonough, and that combination, we saw that working very, very well, McDonough and Pierres. But again, and that's what you need to be. You need to be an all-rounder. You need to be good at defense and, of course, in scoring goals. And Hector Castagnola, look how many touches he's had, trying to shake off the man with the number 3 on his shirt there, Gonzalito Pierres, another one of those world-class superstars joining us this year. One of the many 9-goalers that we have. A total of 4 9-goalers are playing in this competition. And
yeah, nice deed here by Gonzalito. As he kept Heta in the corner there, he actually took on a couple different players. His Pancho came in to try to keep Gonzalito away, but he kept him in the corner. Went out of bounds, but good D by the number 3.
long ball to the left-hand side, looking for Mr. Roldan. There he is. Tomacho Pierres won't waste any time taking on the very strong 8-goaler. Now, he's definitely a contender. Give him half a chance for a 2-point conversion. Nice little combo play there of the 3 Audi players. Pancho Benzadon, Nick Roldan, ahead to Castagnola, who's on the ball as I speak. Tomacho Pierres did come in for the challenge. McDonough, the 10-goaler, just getting pushed further and further. Now then, what's he going to do? The under the neck, he gets a hook. That ball is still rolling. And Nick nearly got, well, he got a piece of it, but nearly scored. So again, sticking to your man, dodging a big bullet there, La Irenita. They got very, very close to opening up that first score.
Yeah, Heta gets it down his side there, and it almost looked like Nick, but a nice play by Tomacho Pierres. Now the lever for Gonzalito, and back and forth here. Both teams working it down. A very clean opening 2 minutes in this first Chukker.
Yeah, but I think that also, Dale, has a lot to do with just getting a feel of how the opposition is running today, what their game plan is. You know, you can tell a lot early on from how they come out, what the mindset is, and Castagnola clearly has had the most touches so far. There he is again at the front door, and just puts his stick down to try and tee that ball up. Needed to clear it, did very well. And now then, the Cobra. And my goodness, did you, if you saw the game on Sunday, what amazing goals Mark Ganzi scored from a full volley, I think on at least 1, if not 2 occasions.
Yeah, and also playing a lot of defense in the finals. You're going to get, watch your turn here. Heta's going to take it forward. Bounces off Pony, near side back shot. Mark's going to pick it up. Nice pick up here, takes it forward. And right there, Pablo is going to come in between 2 players to make the hook. And they're going to call fouling the second man. That's going to take us to our first courtesy change. And wow, what an opening. 3.5 minutes there. They were running, well, almost 4 plus. So that's great start. But you can see there when Mark turned, Pancho's timing play to try to get in behind. And remember, the first guy has the ball, following the ball. Defense comes in to make the hook. Clean hook by by Pablo. But it looked like Pancho was in the rumble seat. So the whistle sounds, and we'll see what their final decision here is. But it looks like it's going to be a right-away. Fouling the second man on a right-away violation. They were headed towards their goal, so they'll come to center on a penalty 5B. And we're going to get our first opportunity at a 2-point conversion here early in this first Chukker.
You can see there Nick Roldan teeing it up. That 2-point conversion, of course, only is valid if it is, as it is now, just beyond or behind that halfway line. And then once the player takes a shot, it cannot be touched by any other player, must roll through.
Very important.
And now then, will it be Heta or will it be Roldan? I think we're going to see Heta take this first one.
And they go back and forth down. A lot of teams are shooting it. A lot of teams are playing the ball. Just depends on how they feel. We'll see if Heta decides to take it. He's going to dribble this one first and take it with him.
Little lofted shot up to the front door. He's looking for Ganzi. Oh, a mistake, a swing and a big miss. And then from the second row, if you will, with the number 4, Pancho Benzadon. Would normally put those away in his sleep.
He came off the pony there. I like the thought process here with Pancho firing the ball. He doesn't mess with it too much. He shoots right away, but it comes off a pony, and Irenita takes control on the defense. Little short pass by Gonzalito looking for Gilberto. Loose ball play, Heta.
Castagnola on the move. Great pony he's been riding, and here comes that long distance shot. Is it straight? Goes out to the right-hand side and attempted under the neck. Very tough angle there for Pancho Benzadon. It stays 1-0 for La Irenita.
So it'll be Pablo here on the second knock-in of the day. Pretty even pace here early on. As you said, Jan, both teams kind of feeling each other out a little bit. See what kind of strategies are, moving a few horses around, using each other. And we've seen a number of different plays. I'll let pass. We got Gonzalito going forward, and the Chestnut Mare has got wheels. Here we go.
Nick Roldan coming up with him. There you can see how important the horsepower is. Round the outside, waiting at the front door, but he needs to obviously allow a clear passage to goal. And that, again, very, very close here, but a run from coast to coast.
True coast-to-coast run here by the La Irenita team. And Gonzalito, remember at that Kersey change, you got to be careful because that's when you see those big runs, either right at the end, right before they go to get on, or when they get on fresh ponies. It looks like Heta's going to bring the ball in, and they might get a whistle here. I don't know if they're going to have a timeout, or we'll see what happens here. Let's see. Let's watch downfield. Heta brings it in. And, right there. So you saw when Nick Roldan went in front, and they're going to talk about this. When Nick went in front of Pablo, that's blocking. And while they tee this one up, and it was at first we were going to see, but remember, it's one-on-one on the knock-ins. So Pablo McDonough is lined up to go to Heta. And when Nick is clearing, actually going for a pass, he runs in front of Pablo, and he needs to either go behind him or be further to the left. So bad luck there. I think Nick was just probably going for a pass. Open goal penalty 3, 40-yard shot. Gonzalito, first goal of the day.
No mistake there whatsoever. So, La Irenita were given a goal on handicap, have now scored their first. Putting a little bit of, but only a little bit of pressure. We are still very much in the first chukker here. I'm pretty sure Audi will not be phased by that. But
we were talking, Jan, before about that, about how back in the day we used to send players to block. So a player would knock the ball in, and they'd send a player to Pablo, and they'd block him, and they go on. Now they've cleaned that up. And I like the way that they put that procedure in. That's going to end our first chukker play with a goal by Gonzalito, so 2-0. After our first chukker, we get everybody else some fresh ponies, and we'll be back for our second chukker, 2024 World Polo League Founders Cup. Welcome back to CTV Sports. I'm Dale Schwetz.
And I'm Jan-Erik Frank. A warm welcome.
Coming to you live for the Grand Champion Polo Club, field number 3, 2024 World Polo League Founders Cup. Yan, we're going to go through the teams one more time.
I'd be delighted to. Dale, Audi in the white shirts. Remember, winners of the first of the World Polo League season 2024, winning the All-Star Challenge, led by Mark Ganzi at number 1, Nick Roldan at number 2, the 8-goaler, then Hector Castagnola, 10 goals at number 3, and Pancho Benzadon, the 7-goaler, at number 4. La Irenita in the red shirts, led by the Brazilian Gilberto Sayal. At number 2, Tomacho Pierres. At number 3, Gonzalito Pierres, the only man who's so far scored in this game. And Pablo McDonough, the second 10-goaler, wearing the number 4 on his shirt in red. You see him just at the top of your screen there, as he will now go back to try and lend a helping hand when it comes to the defensive role that, of course, he with the number 4 will be playing. But Nick Roldan read it well. Nick Roldan finds a little gap, but there was a whistle.
And it looked like Gilberto and Pablo. Let's keep an eye on it here. Big hit by Hector. Hunter tries to get a piece of it and kind of opens that ball up a little bit. Actually, Gonzalito opens it up enough to get a little angle, and that way Sayal could get right on it. So Gilberto right there in a good spot. And remember, full rotation by Gilberto. You're going to see he's going to rotate in, out, and pull the team. And again, picking up a nice foul here. So they get the penalty 5A. And here we go, Gonzalito.
On the move over on the far side, he's stopped in his tracks by Castagnola, trying to outplay Macho Pierres. He's got the number 4 there. Pancho Benzadon just behind. But keep an eye on this Hector Castagnola. What he does is absolutely phenomenal. Finding another little gap, leaves it for Nick. Nick coming out on a beautiful pony here, just bulldozes through and finds the goal, which I'm sure he believes he should have had just now. But all is good in the world for Nick Roldan picking up his first goal in the afternoon.
Yeah, good focus here, just good teamwork. Hector takes it in, and that ball's going across the field. So very similar play where La Irenita had the line. You can see how Tomacho Pierres was coming up and down the field, but that lesser angle was with Roldan. So non-call on the play, good non-call by the Mount officials, and a good finish by Nick.
Back to the halfway line they go. Remember, they change ends after every goal is scored. And looks like Audi's revving up that engine a little bit more.
On the bowl-in, quick whistle. And they're going to drop that ball right there by the boards as they came out of the bowl-in. A group. It's going to be a 5A from the spot here. Right-away violation. Hector on the gray pony.
Taps it into play. Taps it another time. Just having a clear look at where he wants to and how he wants to place that ball. Did it go all the way through? Well, Roldan read it well. He turned on the sixpence, and Roldan, all of a sudden, very alive. And as you can see, straight away on him. All the mallets are up in the air.
They come together here, and Nick's going to be between two players. But I think that ball's going to go through the goal, and they're going to call the goal. Keep an eye on number 2 with the ball right here. He's going to work to the right, back to the left, jumps right on it. He has a player on the left, player on the right, and then number 3 goes to take a shot, back shot. Remember, player following the ball always has the right of way over, player moving towards the ball. So a reaching foul, but the ball went through the goal, so they're going to have a continuation play, count the goal.
And that makes it, excuse me, two goals apiece. Tomacho Pierres, young man here with the green helmet. He also likes to run it, snaps that one under the neck. He's got Ganzi in hot pursuit. Pierres, the finishing touch. Que golazo, Tomacho Pierres.
Beautiful mare here that Tomacho Pierres is mounted up on. Watch this, the mare. She pins her ears back. The little chestnut mare gets him out in front. Mark trying to get to him here. That's a perfect approach shot. Pretty approach shot. Easy finish.
So that equalizer short-lived. Tomacho puts his team, La Irenita, back in the lead. Remember that one goal on handicap, but they've scored twice so far. Gonzalo Pierres in the first, and now Tomacho here in the second with a little over 4.5 minutes to go. McDonough try to clear it. Pierres will finish what McDonough started. But that's a very, very nice backhand from Hector Castagnola. And he is very quick. Here we go then, under the neck, the attempt. Now, Roldan is there. He might show a little bit of magic with a cut shot of descriptions. And that ball will eventually run through. What a cracking goal here by Hector Castagnola.
Yeah, give everybody some love on this one. It starts out with Mark. He gets out in front on the big bay pony. A lot of power on that horse. He gets out in front. Nick's going to spin it around, and he sees Hector by himself. Little flip shot there. Perfectly placed to keep it away from Tamacho, because Tamacho could have met that ball.
Yeah.
Right to Hector's stick. And then when Castagnola gets in that area, he's deadly.
So, again, very quick answer here from Audi. They want to, of course, continue where they left off last Sunday. And that really was a cracking final. Good picture here, or a good image of La Irenita making her way to the pony lines. There's Mark Ganzi.
So you said, yeah, in the bracket system, of course, Audi, La Irenita, and Senfest. And La Irenita very strong in her first game, 10-5. And they very solid game. Everybody played very well. They mixed it up well. Everybody was scoring goals. Very strong Polo team. Senfest getting 3 goals on handicap, scoring 2 in the last Chukker, making it 10-5. Second game, we got to see, that goes, actually went to bracket 3, where we have Park Place, Maltese Falcons, and Travieso. It was Park Place against Travieso. Welcome Park Place and Andre with Cody Ellis, Toli Ujoa, and Ilario Ujoa. 12-11, very tight game against Travieso. It was anybody's game, went right down to the end, but Park Place pulling out the win there. Game number 3, we went Maltese Falcons, where Adolfo Cambiaso, Melissa Ganzi, Alejandro Nuiz Estrada, Juan Martin Zubia, and Travieso. They came out very strong. They led the whole game, and then what a comeback by Maltese Falcons at the end. Ended up losing 8-7. Very tight game. And then Casablanca Alegria came out. Then they were on fire yesterday, Jan.
They were,
But Casablanca, they just kept their heads down. They mixed it up very well. Sapo Cassette with 9 goals from the penalty line. Grant Ganzi, 3 goals, all back shots. I don't think I've ever seen that happen in a game. And they took it 17-12, setting a new record here this year on the amount of goals scored. Back to the action, Hector.
Castagnola over to the far side looking for Pancho. Ben Sardon immediately surrounded there by red shirts. Pablo McDonough will take the ball off the 7-goaler. Wants to get a little bit more infield and away from the boards. Nice one touch from Tomacho. He's going to get caught with a whistle.
Okay, so on the melee play, Hector gets it to the boards. Pablo takes it forward here. Then he goes across the center to Tamacho, and you get a whistle there. And remember we'll see what they decide to do here. Looked like we had one player coming across with the ball, and then Nick coming across. Remember, if a player is established, you must be in control of your mallet 100% of the time on the polo field. If you do follow through and your mallet hits a horse, then you'll get the whistle. And remember, it's all based on whether the player is already established. Nick was already there before the mallet head started to move in motion. The head is already in motion and Nick comes in late, then it's Nick's fault.
That's a different story, yeah.
Different story. So good timing call here by the Mount officials. Ganzi on the move.
Mark, one touch, and this is exactly what he did on Sunday. This one's slightly out to the left-hand side. So dangerous and so quick in front of goal is Mark Ganzi.
Yeah, they opened this one up quickly here. It was. They had the control game going on with Hector, and they'll show you different looks, Audi. So you got to be prepared for it. It was Hector, the Hector show for a while, and then Hector hits the big ball, and that's what they did in the finals. And Mark was putting them away. Nice shot here by Mark. He hits his first opportunity, so good contact. But on the knock-in, it's going to be La Irenita, and they're going to find Tamacho.
Pierres, one touch. Tries to send it a bit further downfield. Castagnola having gone back. And you don't see him miss these sort of balls very often, do you, Dale?
Now they have both teams very good with the polo ball, and field 3 looking phenomenal today. Look at this play. He is good at the polo ball, number 3 and number 4.
And also the way that he can make that pony open up. Beautiful gait. As the two 10-goalers battling it out. McDonough.
And a whistle on the play. So Heta gets rolling down the field, and when that ball gets in the air, he has no problem with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Tries to get around Pablo. Pablo, so patient. Waited for him, picks him up, puts him on his hip. Turns the corner here, changes the line. Now it comes this way. Back, and right there they kind of get in a little bit of melee. And also, you remember earlier when Pablo made his hook and he fell in behind and fouled the second man.
Yes.
Got a little rub on the backside here, but then also Mark's clearing out. He's coming in between Pablo and Tamacho. So a couple little fouls there. They're going to take it from the center, 5B, and Pablo's just going to go ahead and work this one down.
McDonough just wants to get a little bit closer. Leaves that one now for his number 3, Gonzalito Pierres. And he's really had a cracking start to the 6th edition of the World Polo League. Then Sadon tees it up very nicely. And Audi on the breakaway. Roldan. Little deflection, that will help him very much. Can he get past Gonzalito Pierres? Long drive. Looking, of course, for Pancho Bensadon. McDonough. In comes the second number 4 player there. Bensadon once again trying to take on the 10-goaler McDonough, and he got one off. Right up into the front door, and that's a great pickup on the near side, and what's an absolutely superb finish there by the man from Brazil, Gilberto Sayao.
Yeah, fantastic goal by Gilberto because he has to go near side here first in front of Heta. Pretty pass by Pablo McDonough. Look, Gilberto, see him looking over his shoulders, trying to keep Heta out to the outside. Heta had to go from the right to the left, and he just snuck that first little near side shot. And then he's been great around the goal and a good finish to end their second chukker. So we'll get everybody on some fresh ponies as we look at the Audi line over there, and we'll be right back for our third chukker play, CTV Sports.
Playing in a dedicated women's polo league is great for progressing your polo. It's great for us to play together as women, to have a chance to take to the field with some of the best polo players in the world. It's helping us come together, improve our polo and keep up playing a regular high level of polo.
Like, I'm learning so much. I am shadowing some of the best women players in the sport, and it's just been an incredible journey, really.
I have played at Santa Rita before and I love it here. It's a fantastic club. They do so much for not only just polo but women's polo. So we're very excited to be here, and huge thanks to Melissa and Mark for having us.
Third chukker action. Grand Champions Polo Club, field number 3. Evenly matched teams here.
Indeed.
Great finish by Gilberto Sal there at the end of the second chukker. So they had a tied game to give them a 1-point lead.
I know he was very, very good, clinical in his finish, but also a man who plays with a lot of oversight and takes his time. His execution
Yeah,
of
he
his
never rushes around the field,
No,
does he?
no.
You never see him rush around the field.
Well, that has a lot to do with the fact that I'm sure, as you know, people from Brazil, they have that famous word paciência.
Aye.
And paciencia means patience.
Right.
You know.
Right.
So no, very, very good. And an Audi revving it up. I mean, 3 goals, 2 from Nick Roldan in Chukker number 2 and 1 from Heta Castagnola. This is not going to be a walk in the park for Audi. They know that. And Senfest, of course, who have already one victory under their belt, they will do everything that they can to stop Audi in their tracks. La Irenita in the red shirts, and Audi. No, I said that they beat them.
Oh, they beat him.
They beat them. La Irenita beat Senfest.
Oh, okay.
In their opening game. So La Irenita, and Audi knows that they beat Senfest, so that they will be prepared for they are prepared here in this game for a very, very strong La Irenita team who will be looking, as I said earlier, to try and make it 2-0 in this bracket, Group 1.
A lot of defense here in the middle, sword fighting between both teams. Loose ball play. Tamacho's all by himself. I don't know if it's a broken play, Jan. It might be a broken play here as they all came together. We'll have to watch the replay. How Tamacho gets by himself, solo, completely by himself. Let's see. They all come together here. 1, 2. And I guess, yeah, these counting heads there. Yeah, I guess Pancho was in hoping for the win. And that would have gave them an opportunity actually to have the 3-on-2. And instead, it broke a little broken play there. And Tamacho's all by himself. An easy goal. And goal number 2 for Pierres.
And with that second goal from Tamacho Pierres, he puts his team La Irenita back in a very comfortable position, leading by 2, 5 goals to 3, and that might change again imminently here if Pablo Macadona can find that little gap, and he does. Well, he's not 10 goals to nothing, is he, Dale?
No, that's another unbelievable finish. Actually, that ball's go rolling off the field. He actually hits it backwards and uses a little English to bring the ball back. Keep an eye on this ball. The approach shot's going to go just left of the near post here, right here. Now he's got to give the acceleration. He just pops it back and just spins it. That's pretty. That's a beautiful shot.
Is that what you mean by English? Is that what?
English.
Oh, okay.
You never heard that?
Never heard of that one.
Yeah, a little English on the ball.
Yeah, no.
You should know that being from Great Britain.
Well, yeah, but we just say a spin on the ball, a back spin.
Same thing. It's a backspin, actually English. They use it a lot in tennis. They use that term. Yeah, they put a little English on the ball to get the spin, yeah.
Well, I only know.
Well, you learn something new every day.
You certainly do. You certainly do. And you also learn from this young man. If you're watching, look how he makes it look there. Heta Castagnola picking up his second goal of the match.
Now, this play here, he pushes him completely wide. Just good horsepower. Tamacho's fighting, and right there, if he gets that back shot. But like you said, you got to be careful in this league. Because when you have those little broken plays, but if Tamacho snaps that back shot and goes the other way, so nice attempt. And Heta will pick up goal number 2.
Well, I think it's fair to say that both of these teams now working on full power here. Game is heating up very nicely. So is this man, the Cobra, Ganzi, who's had a fantastic first tournament, and he's not wasting any time here either. The Cobra gets his fangs out and picks up his first goal of the afternoon.
Yeah, using the number 1s on both teams, Sal and Ganzi, and both finishing well. Mark's been sensational running the goal. Gets out in front on an amazing pony right here, Sentorita. Breeding operation, and that went right down the center, no problem for Mark, and that'll go right to the courtesy change. And when we talk about those plays, those breakaway plays, the teams know that they're getting here. Here's a good shot of Nick Rodin. He's going to take his spurs off. Some players will wear spurs on some horses and not on others, depending on different mares. Checking ahead on his mallet. We saw it the other day with Adolfo Cambiaso. Adolfo had a mallet. He was checking the head on it, and then he ran over really quick. and his pit crew gave him a new stick. And so the players will check those mallets every chukker. You can break up. You could, if you cane the ball or you hit it right there around the head area, and it might crack that area too.
Well, then
which
we
will
have
make it rung. Like
exactly. Yeah, we have that. It's happened to all of us. It's very annoying when it's happening in the middle of a good play, though.
They go through a lot of sticks. I remember when I was playing in the high goal, you used to go through about 10 sticks a month. Yeah.
Really?
Check your pocketbook.
Wow.
Yeah, and either, but they can, of course, they'll take them and fix those stakes. They're not broken completely.
No, for sure.
Either put new heads on them or they'll splice them together. And a number of different ways of picking up the sticks. All the different sticks of different weights. Of course, 48 to 54 inches long. Most players today use a bit of a longer stick and they choke up on the mallet, so they have a little extra room for the hook. They hold it a little bit. They hold it at the end for the long ball, and they'll choke up on it when they're dribbling. Also gives them the ability to have a bit of a heavier head if you're choking up on it, like you would in baseball. You choke up on a baseball bat to get the mallet around quicker.
Yeah.
So it's going to give you the ability to be as quick. And we were talking about how quick these guys are with the stick today. Remember we were talking about Rufino Benzadone yesterday, some of his talent. But there's so many different dynamics that are added now. Picked up here and controlled by McDonough.
Pablo just holding fire. Here comes the shot then. It's not high, but it's definitely not going to be insignificant because it's going to go into that danger zone. And, he just got a piece of it. There was an appeal or a little bit of a raising of this mallet by Gonzalito Pierres. But remember, this is 26th goal, the highest level of polo played anywhere in the world outside of Argentina. So rules are a little bit different and modified for this speed. Here comes the under the next shot from Hector Castagnola. Well, you can see he is human after all. Just putting that one slightly wide.
Huge hit here by Nick Rodan, and he knew he had Hector on the move. They turned and burned down in front of the goal mouth, got just out in front. And again, I love the non-call there with these two teams playing so open and so safe. At those speeds, the distances are going to get tighter. And that's when the Polo's at a high level. It's its 26-goal level. And just a little bit off to the side. But a good coast-to-coast run, Pablo.
Everything coming via the 10-goaler, McDonough. Taking that ball nicely downfield. And this is another perfect pass here for Gilberto Sayao. Good first touch from the young Brazilian. And he might have to finish that on the near side. Yeah, it was a bit of a bouncing ball. He read it well, did not get the contact. But look how quickly these ponies are stopping and turning. Now then, Pancho Benzadone, as we approach the 2-minute mark here. The remaining 2 minutes of the first half. Benzadone, he's got to be careful. McDonough is behind him, but keep your head down, do the job at hand. And that is now all 4 players of Audi on the score sheet.
I don't think Pancho's missed a goal in his breakaways this season, has he?
No.
When he comes from the number 4 position. We were talking about Fred Mannix, and a lot of the number 4s, Pablo, McDonough also, when they come running through. And Benzadone, that's a sensational finish because that ball popped up on him at the end, and he had to have the little neck shot on the finish. Que golazo, Pancho. They're going to wait for Pancho here. You can see how he put his mallet up. They always wait for the final player to come back to the center before the umpires bowl the ball in. No contact on the bowl in. And everybody always trying to get an advantage, of course. Gonzalito.
Picks the ball up from that throw in. Gonzalito Pierres and Tomacho. Good support. Tomacho Pierres now then. And as you know, he is one of my favorite 6-goal players out there, always working very, very hard, has an incredible sense of a team spirit, knows exactly where to be and at what time, and also clinical with his finishing. Little near side backhand attempt there. Picked up by, I was going to say, Pablo McDonough. Benzadone wants a piece of it. Now then we have a whistle. And that must have come just before the first hooter, or the first horn.
See, though, we're going to be right there on the timing. So let's see the ball. And that ball, yeah, it's kind of pops. It's going across the field. I think a little misread, kind of a quick line change. And remember the quick line change. Each team, they still have opportunities here. And, that's going to end the Chukker. But each team, they didn't use any of their challenges. I was surprised. Or maybe they might have used their challenges. They're to use their challenge here. It'd be for the first half. So I would have go ahead and used that. But we'll see. Here's our halftime stats here. 6-6. Tight game. And it should be pretty tight all the way down. If you look at all the numbers lined up. But throw-ins is the big change right there. Irenita winning 50% more. So they're doing a great job there. Those are possessions, and in these type of games, Jan, it's a big job. Look at how clean this game is. You only have the 140 there. All right, we'll go to a little half. We'll send everybody their tents, get them organized for the second half, and we'll be right back. Stay with us here on CTV Sports.
My name is Nacho Estrada. I'm from Argentina, 8 goals.
Hilario Figueras, 5 goals from Argentina.
My name is Martin Jauregui. My handicap is 6 goals. I'm from Argentina.
Silvestre Novillo, and I'm from Argentina, Buenos Aires.
I'm Tomás Pérez from Argentina, and I'm 6 goals.
Francisco Spinacci, and I am from Argentina, Buenos Aires.
I'm Juan Bolini, and I'm a 3-goal polo player right now, but it could be 8. And I'm from Argentina. No, actually, now I'm American.
No, here is amazing. The view, the fields, everything is super nice.
Question is what I don't like about Aspen. I think I like everything about Aspen. The weather, the field. Right now in the summer, I would say the best club in the world.
Friendship, the people, the scenery, everything. This is my 7th year coming in a row, and I feel like I'm at home right now. So me and the family go around like we know the place for a long time, and we enjoy the summer a lot.
When I come here winter and summer, I actually like Aspen more in summer. There's more stuff to do.
All the mountains around here, it's a pretty nice place, and it is nice to play because there are very good horses, and I play with a lot of friends.
No, I like the polo, the horses, and the people.
I like to do mountain biking and to go to the lake.
Yes, going to the lake, stay here in the barn, everything.
It look amazing. It's my first time here, but all the things they doing today is amazing. So I'm gonna be enjoy, and I appreciate to inviting me to be here in the season.
Christmas in July, kids are always looking forward for it. The day they come to Aspen, they know they relate it with Christmas in July, an extra that they have here.
I like Christmas in July because we get all together and we receive a lot of presents.
All right, welcome back, everybody. A beautiful shot of the Grand Champions Polo Club. And let's go through the teams there, Jan and Frank.
Well, up on your screen, you can see Audi, of course, in their opening match of the Founders Cup. Mark Ganzi, Nick Roldan, Hector Castagnola, and Pancho Bensardon. All 4 players having scored in the first half. Nick twice, Mark once, Hector Castagnola twice, and also Pancho picking up a goal there in the third Chukker. And here we then have La Irenita, similar kind of scenario. So Gilberto Sao at number 1, he scored in the second. Tomacho Piero is in the second and in the third. Gonzalito Piero is in the third, and Pablo McDonough also picking up, in the first, and Pablo McDonough picking up his first goal in the third Chukker. They left the field at half-time, 6 apiece. And very much looking forward to how this is going to pan out, Dale, because you could toss a coin. Both of these teams very, very strong. And you can clearly see that La Irenita, they've got a game plan. And at the moment, it's working out.
Yeah, he is even as they can get. The only difference we saw in the first half was actually on the bowl-ins.
Yeah.
And it's just possession. La Irenita winning 50% more than the Audi team. And but look at how clean both these teams are playing today. I mean, keeping both teams off the penalty line, and that's a huge part here in the World Polo League. As we were talking about, Casablanca yesterday, and the Sapo Cassette show, making 9 penalties. Man, he was fantastic from the penalty line. So, and on the other side, even Alegria, they were very strong. The only difference in that game was they gave up more penalty 4s, and that the Audi, the Casablanca team actually had more. They gave penalty 5s to them, so they just didn't have the opportunities at the goal shot penalties, or that could be a different game. Very strong game though by Casablanca, but that's got to be careful. So both these teams coming in keeping the individuals off the penalty line, and using each other, using the teammates very, very well, as you said. Everybody on the field scoring. I think this is the first time we've had in the first half, everybody scoring a goal at least in the first half.
Absolutely. I can't remember of a game this season so far we've had exactly that. But Dale, just to ask you, with your experience, any early predictions? I mean, you've seen the first half. You've seen how they've both been playing. Do you think either of these teams have a slight upper hand or an advantage?
No, I think both teams are just, like I said, it's just going to be the shooting percentages. Like right here, you just said who's going to be putting the ball between that 24 feet, 8 yards. It's going to come down to that. Just they're so well mounted, both teams. And Nick Roldan's going to show you how to get it done right here. He slows it up, and they got to give him one play. Gonzalito knows, so he pulls out right there, and not much angle there. I mean, not big angle, sorry. Not much goal to shoot at. Nick putting it right between the posts, and that's what it's going to come down to, these little shots and making sure they go between those uprights.
Well, that is the first time with that goal, Dale, that Audi have actually taken the lead for the first time in this match, and they could extend that lead if Cobra can get a piece of this and just put this one through. Well,
there you go, 2 in a row.
I was going to say, is the Pope Catholic? Of course, and Mark Ganzi will put that one through.
Yeah, Mark has been, I've told you, fantastic running the goal. Heta finding him, and he gets out in front. Beautiful pony here. Tops it a little bit, but doesn't matter. Throws his arm through the goal. Didn't need much. He was right inside the 40. And Mark, again, 2 for 2 now. And as we saw in the finals, every time he did go to goal, he put it between the posts. So he's been good. And I think, like you said, the using the 4-player rotation on defense. Now, Pablo going the other way, and they have come out of the 10th, Jan, ready to go here early, both teams.
Indeed they have, and now you can once again see how solid Audi also are when it comes to playing defence, shutting the 10-goaler down, allowing the second 10-goaler, Hector Castagnola, to run with it. A bouncing ball. He's got Tomacho Pierres behind him. The last touch then from... yeah. Well, I thought he might have just sort of shaved that, but he did get a piece of it, and he got enough.
Shave it.
Yeah, he did.
A nice little shave. What a touch. Easy touch, but a breakaway goal. And as we said, the World Polo League, when you see these breakaways, Doesn't matter which team it is. You usually catch a goal. He checks his shoulder here. Tamacho's going to push him and check up a little bit. And I think Tamacho there, he might have thought different because he actually checked up because that's what you need. Want to do just in case. You know, Heta, as strong as he is going to goal, he might have been able to run that down because Heta hit it so soft. But it trickles across the line. And look at this, 3 quick goals to start off the second half.
Indeed. And again, Audi, broken play, and look at him on this pony. Yeah, he knows what's going to come up now, and so do the La Irenita team. Same scenario, but this time going down towards the south end of the field. Wow, 4 quick goals in 3 minutes.
Wow, there you go. We're looking at, and then Heta's going to go and change before the courtesy change. And you're going to see that, and when it's wide open running like this, you'll see the players change quickly. Remember, they can change whenever they like. We have the courtesy change in place. But Heta scores there, looks over his shoulder to say, guys, I'm changing. Jumps on another horse, so then he'll have the opportunity. You'll see he might probably change. He might stay on this one at the courtesy change, or he might change again. But they can change whenever they like. So now, can Irenita answer? Picked up here by Heta, taken forward, and a whistle. Stop the clock, 3:50.
Well, I'm going to have to, eat my words of when we started at the beginning of the fourth Chukker, because we said it was very evenly balanced, but then all of a sudden they just take it up a gear, if not 2. It's very much, as you would say, in the fast lane here. 4 goals, Dale, in 3 minutes. I mean, how often do you see that happen?
Well, I'm sure, you got Lolo right there, Castanola, Heta's father. La Natividad, of course. Congratulations, winning the 2023 Argentine Open. Pablo McDonough actually playing on that team with Heta. And, of course, Facundo Pierres and Barto Castanola. A good shot. Roberto here as he goes from horse to horse. You wonder what was the game plan. I think, we don't mic up the tents. That's their locker room, and like in most sports, stay out of that area. But definitely the Audi team came out on some of their strongest horses with the speed and said, let's bang it up, let's hit run. Because remember, they had a lot of control plays early on in the first half. They had Heta controlling early. Then they went to where it was Nick and Heta on the give and go. Then they used Mark going forward. They mix it up very well, and then you saw the same thing with La Irenita, where you had Pablo and Gonzalito use it. They used Tamacho. Tamacho picked up 2 goals, and then they also used Sal in front. Gilberto, he scored a goal. And so we'll see how they adjust. A lot of polo to be played.
Indeed, and I'd like to personally see a little bit more from Gonzalito Pierres, because I remember that last time when we saw La Irenita play, that combination was so strong.
And if you notice here, Heta, he jumped off the one, he had the first mare he played, then he jumped onto the bald face pony with the white face.
Yeah.
And then he came back on the field. Then he went into the courtesy change and jumped onto the gray mare. So we'll see if he changes again. He might even change again in this Chukker. So that's definitely a bit of the strategy for Audi. Let's mix them up a little bit. And we'll see if they go back to the control game now, or they keep it open. Right now, they're playing the hit and run style. Penalty 5A on the right of way violation, right there, and it looks like you're going to have a. They're going to have a. You got the hand in the area, so technical, and they'll move this ball down. So remember the procedures in the World Polo League, Grand Champions Polo Club, Aspen Valley Polo Club. The umpires have the ability to drop the ball anywhere they see necessary from the penalty 5, usually on the line. They won't use the 5A, but from the line, 5B in. And if they want to go right to a penalty 2, they can, based on the severity. And so it looks like they took this one down to the 60. So they had a penalty 5A, and in favor of Audi. They went to the courtesy change, and they came back out, and then something happened. It's a verbal appeal, so they'll go ahead and give this one to Audi for a 60-yard penalty 4 at the Castanola.
Did that just go out of bounds or did that go through? Well, they're coming back to the middle, so that would suggest that that was a goal. So a hat-trick then. 3 goals for Mr. Castagnola here in the 4th Chukker. A goal from Mark Ganzi, a goal from Nick Roldan, so a total of 5 goals scored in this game, and that is a new
Well, they have
benchmark.
5 goals there in 4 minutes.
Yeah. Back out it goes. Now then, Sayao gets a piece of it. Well done, Gilberto. Perez, this time Gonzalito. Sent back to where it was coming from. And it will be Heta Castagnola. Under the neck shot. Looking for the Cobra. And as if he had eyes in the back of his head. A touch. A little bit unlucky there for Marcus. That bounced off his pony's leg. But again, the incredible pass precision from Heta Castagnola.
And Mark wants that one back, you can see. Just a little late on that. But it comes off. But again, good positioning. And they're keeping it open. Now Pablo, he's going to open it up. He gets a little pops it up in the air here.
Yeah, look how deep Audi are standing. They're standing very deep here in La Irenita territory. Taking the ball out to the left-hand side now. Here comes the drive. And they're just waiting for a mistake. And again, look how quickly Heta Castagnola just picks the pocket there. And this will be easy pickings for the 10-goaler. Up in the air, a little bit of trickery. Oh! Well, maybe a bit too cool for school.
No, I mean, you got to give it up to Macho. You said it earlier. You love his tenacity and how he never gives up and he pushes here. And even though it was a great steal by Heta, Camacho kept his head down and pushed him there. And it looked like Heta using that area, but it kind of went off the side of his mouth a little bit. So good defense here. And they're going to dodge a bullet. And we'll go to the knock-in here for Pablo.
And he sends that one straight down the field, looking for, well, Gilberto's a bit too far out to pick that one up, but a man who's very close on the ball and will secure it is Roldan. Gives it back to Castagnola. Castagnola around the outside. Nice little shot, but intercepted by McDonough. He was looking to send that one up to Ganzi. McDonough. Pierre tucks in behind. McDonough, well, you can feel he wants to run this one himself and get it out of his system. Yeah, he's working it. He's got to be careful. In comes the challenge there from that second 10-goaler, Heta Castagnola. Down the line, charging came, and again, clever play. Well, you said it, and I'll go back to my words. Tomacho Pierre he is just so good. Look how he tucks in behind here, behind Pablo McDonough. He knows the two 10-goalers are going to have a little battle, and just puts himself exactly where he needed to be.
Yep. Again, good read here by Tomacho. We'll see. Remember, both teams have new challenges for the second half. We didn't have any challenges in the first half. And I don't think they had. Oh, wow. So the Audi's going to use their challenge here. Well, that's surprising. They're going to use it early. And they're going to lose their challenge. So it's a bit of an advantage for La Irenita here going into the second half. As now they'll win the challenge on the turn call. I mean, they're gonna win they're gonna win the foul. I apologize. Beg your pardon there. Foul against Audi on the turn. Audi lose their challenge. Open goal penalty 2, Gonzalito. No problem.
No problem, and that's his second goal of the afternoon. But Dale, correct me if I'm wrong, we are seeing a completely different game here from the first half.
Well, just actually this Chukker. I mean, they just opened it up, and I don't know if they just caught La Irenita a little flat-footed. And but you got to give credit where credit is due. They scored every goal from just went down the line. Nick, Heta, Mark, Heta. All right, so that'll end our fourth Chukker, and should be a fantastic fifth Chukker. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
When I founded the Taqueria 48 years ago, the goal was to service polo players fieldside and carry a complete line of polo equipment. Since those early days, we now carry everything for the horse and rider. Anything that goes on or near a horse, you're likely to find here in our store. but we still have polo equipment made by polo players for polo players.
All right, here we go. Fifth chukker, and well, you know, you always talk about raising the level, setting the bar. 4 goals in 3 minutes, and then 5 goals in the chukker, but 4 of them in 3 minutes. That's another record. We saw Grant Gandy 3 goals on back shots the other day, which I think still is a record. Someone please send something in where you've seen someone score 3 goals on back shots. I'd like to ask. I'm going to ask some of the 10 goalers about that. Just, I mean, scoring 3 on back shots. Never seen that done. Then we've seen some amazing goals with between Pipe versus Lino and then Sapo now 9 penalties. Pipe, I think, at 9 also. 4 goals in 3 minutes. Sensational for Chukker. Let's see what happens here. 5th chukker action.
Well, that is what the World Polo League was designed for and is all about. Remember, highest level of polo played anywhere in the world outside of Argentina. And this is very much the home of the World Polo League as once again, Pablo McDonough trying to find a little gap there in that Audi back line of defense. And they are standing so steadfast, making it nigh impossible for La Irenita to get through there. On the move now, Gonzalito Pierres. He's done well, found a little gap. And La Irenita on their way to goal. The finishing touch, a difficult angle. And again, Audi, very solid there in their last line of defense. Pierres trying to avoid or stop Ganzi from making contact to that ball. Near side backhand. Well, I think they're going to play on exactly the way they did in that last chukker. Tomacho leaves it. Gonzalito needs to be allowed to make that one play. It'll be left for McDonough. McDonough with a daisy cutter. And that just went wide.
You might get a whistle here. We'll see as they were coming down the road. Let's take the... Gonzalito leaves it for Pablo. Pablo's got to thread the needle. And you have Tomacho there. And see if they... Remember, Audi out of challenges, so whatever happens will stand. We'll see what the umpires are talking about. The ball did go wide to the right. Was Tomacho close enough or not? So they would be discussing as Pancho took that try to take it under the neck. Looked to me like Tomacho was off the left side, but we'll see what they for missing something. But no, and so it's going to stand as a knock-in. Just a little discussion. Did he block? Is he blocking? I think Tomacho would have to be over. Had to be over just a little bit further. And let's just stop play here. So we'll just go take time here on the knock-in. As they're taking the knock-in there, the head to just didn't feel right. So they're going to stop for safety, always, of the horses and the players. So they'll just stop the action here and just make sure everyone's okay. I'll get a quick knock in. And so the 2-0 after the first, 1-goal handicap, 25-26 with Irenita with the 1 goal. 4-3, they kept the lead. And then it was, like you said, pretty much, I guess, a good analogy being a ballet in the first 3 chukkers. It looked like a ballet. Both teams very open, not a lot of fouls, and run in, clean Polo. Left 6-6. We broke the stats down. Basically, the only difference was the Polans, so it wasn't much difference. And then, pop goes the weasel, and the weasel goes pop.
And the floodgates were open.
Yeah, and the 4th chukker, they just opened it up, and it's just powerhouse goals in the 4th, Audi. And that's where you go 11-7. Okay, Gonzalito.
On the turn. Now then, this is what they want to do. They want to contain Audi, keep them in their own backyard. And Gonzalito, well, didn't get a clean touch on that. Shut down by Castagnola. And again, look at that. What a great pass and what a great pickup here by Ganzi. Slightly topped that ball. Rolled down just a little bit too late. McDonough got in between the two of them. McDonough sends it out to the left-hand side. He was hoping or looking for Gonzalito Pierres, but don't ever forget, you've got Hector Castagnola on the field. Nicely done under the neck, and again he's found the Cobra. Pierres behind him. He's only got to get past the Brazilian. Ganzi takes a long-distance shot. Ball is still running, still moving. Gilberto Sayao picks it up nicely. Dangerous play, but effective. Had didn't have much of a choice there. Plays it into the open room. And, well, was he too slow when he took that turn?
Yeah, so you want to watch. Let's see where Gilberto ends up after this play. Right there. Where's the ball coming? Coming across the field. And, yeah, I think he's got to go near side there. Remember, when you hit the neck shot and you change and you go wide.
Exactly.
Now, it depends if a player is there or not, too.
Of course.
And I think Mark read that pretty well. Now, they still have a challenge, the Irenita team. But I like the call. It's all based on how wide the player goes. And, again, where the opposition is lined up. Looked like Mark was pretty straight.
On that line,
on the right of way, yeah. And so Gilberto was fine on the near side.
Unlucky.
And a good clearing shot. Like you said, dangerous play across, but had no problem. Took it right out of there, cleaned it up nice. And then we're going to get the right-of-way violation inside the 60. So they'll bring it back over to the penalty 3. Oh, they're going to go with 60. I apologize. They're going to take it back. So, Heta. And no problem there. So that ball inside Yan, inside the 60. And a lot of times that's basically a judgmental call there based on for the umpires where the player was. There's a shot on goal. You could go with the 3 on the back shot, but you had a defending player that had the opportunity to take the ball forward on the near side. He just crossed over on the offside. So they moved it back to the 60. So I like the ball placement. A little different ball placement. You could go either way. But I think the 60 was a good spot, and Heta strong from the line.
And Hector's also strong from the throw-in. He's picking up this ball here, running it. He's got Benzalon in behind him just in case. Castagnola, 3 little touches, Dale. 3 touches from the throw-in, and that is another goal for Castagnola.
Number 7 for Heta, and 2 from the penalty line, 5 from the field. And again, the Audi players, they've been a little loose here in the 4th and 5th. And they have been very strong around the goal. That's going to take us to our courtesy change. And looks like Heta's going to jump off the gray and jump on the chestnut here with the bald face. Nick also on the chestnut mare. Roldan, one of the highest rated American players. Nick and Polito Pierres. Polito, Argentina, but born in Greenwich, Connecticut. And there's Milo right there in the white shirt. His father, Pablo. Milo filled in from Melissa Ganzi. Did a good job with the horses. And still, I think the youngest player to play in the World Polo League.
Did Spinacci's son play, Fran?
No, not. I think Fran did, but he's older.
Oh, is he?
Than Milo, yeah. And then I think Rufy did. He played. And I'm not sure how old the Rufinator is. Merlos, he's Tincho's son. I think he played one game, but not Milo's been the youngest. He was the youngest last year. And I have to get the ages together with them. There's so many of them playing. Everybody has Santa Rita, the kids playing yesterday in the evening. All right, here we go. 13-7 after the courage exchange, back inside. And right now, Audi kind of playing neutral polo with a little lead. Let's see if Irenita can get that offensive tag going.
Well, the chance here now. Nick did not hit that ball far enough or clear enough, and it'll be an easy pickup here for Irenita, the man with the number 3 on his shirt, 9-goaler Gonzalito Pierres. He's going to want to finish what he started. He's got McDonough just behind. Ball goes just out to the left. Oh, no, the flag. Oh, it came off a defender, so we have a a safety 60 or a penalty 6, so the equivalent of a corner.
And great sportsmanship there. As you can see, Captain Mark Ganzi of the Audi team. Let's keep an eye on this. Remember, defending player hits it over their own end line, so it bounces off the air here. Oh, yeah, and even Nick. That's great sportsmanship by both, because that ball, it looked like Gonzalito's back and it went off Nick's mallet, and it makes it a little bit easier for the amount of officials and our goal judge, especially when it's that tight. That's why we have the ability to trigger that, because it can be so tight. The mallets coming together. What mallet did he go off of at the end? And in this case, the Audi team helping out a bit. And so they'll put that ball on the 6-yard mark, just about 20 yards out. McDonough. Well hit.
Yeah, very nicely hit. And I'm sure he'll be happy with that. But let's look at the score line. Well, 5 goals, Dale. A couple of 2-pointers would be just.
But it's still a lot of time. They're still chucker and a half here. And we've seen, remember this, the Irenita team, they got a powerhouse. They can come back. Like I said, Audi right now in the groove.
Ball back in play. Roll down on the halfway line. Leaves it for Castagnola. And there is the drill back, or the pass back to Nick Roldan. That was what would appear to have been a set play. Nicky taking it off the boards, doesn't waste any time, snaps it very quickly, but nobody there to pick it up. Pierres sends it over to the left-hand side and feeds the ball to McDonough. Not a clean touch. Benzadon tries to send it back, but here he is again. Tomacho. Tomacho might just go for this himself. Tomacho Pierres. Working it. Just wants to get into that position where he can open those shoulders, even if it's just for a half swing, and get enough power on that ball. McDonough. And a whistle will stop the action with 1:11.
They might get another opportunity here. Looks like Heta's going to scoot off quickly and change. And if they do, stopping the clock. And looks like they're inside the 30. So open goal penalty. This is either going to be from the spot or the 30. Penalty 2. Gonzalito says we'll take it from the spot. Remember, when there's a foul inside the 30-yard line, you have the ability to bring that ball back to the center if you want. The angle's too great. You don't want to hit from that angle. Gonzalito likes his position. 100% from the line right now, Gonzalito. Little putter shot. And here you go. That's a breath of fresh air. They're going to get one more bowl in here. So an opportunity to get it within 3.
Indeed. Clock ticking down. Need to win the throw-in. But big smiles there on the faces of Pancho Benzadon and Gonzalito Piera. So back to the halfway line they go. They line up. The ball is not quite. Nick Roldan just coming in front of the umpire there. Now the ball is released. And it will be the Reds who have it. Or not, as I should really say. Castagnola saying, you know what, guys? We'll take this. We'll just put that out of bounds, and we'll call it quits for the 5th chukker. So that will be it from field number 3 here at Grand Champions Polo Club. One more chukker to go. And if we look at that score sheet, it was Audi with 2 goals in chukker number 5, and also La Irenita with 2 chukkers in goal 2 goals in chukker number 5. So they were able to contain them. But it'll all come down to when we join back, and hopefully you will as well for the 6th and final chukker right here on CTV Sports.
Another great season. We had a blast this year. Great fields again. They keep getting better and better. And we got lucky with the rain this year and had a lot of fun polo.
There's nothing better than being out here in Aspen, playing with these great people, amazing views every day. I mean, how could you ask for more?
Best part about being out here in Aspen for the polo is the fields, the community, Melissa and Mark, the great competition, and the amazing horses, and how the horses enjoy being out here.
I love the town, I love the valley, I love also spending time here in Carbondale. So I just love this place in general. I have a lot of friends, I've made lots of friends over the years. The Ganses have created a spectacular place here that has become a really important summer destination for polo in America.
Aspen, I love it that our family's around, there's a ton of horses, a ton of golf, and a lot of fun polo. So.
All right, welcome back to our 6th and final chukker. 4-goal difference. And, well, a lot of time. We saw four goals scored in 3 minutes by the Audi team. So you can do it. I can too. And so we'll see if Audi stays. That's going to be interesting here. Do they go like zone polo and kind of spread out a little bit, protect the lead, or they keep their pedal down? What do you think?
Well, I think they wanted to send a message, and they did exactly that in the 4th chukker. 5 goals, 4 scored within 3 minutes. Probably one of the fastest chukkers I have seen in a long time. Chukker number 5 was a lot more evenly balanced. La Irenita getting a grip on that Audi team, who are exceptionally strong. So it'll be interesting to see whether they can indeed.
Good coaching there by Lolo.
Yeah.
Whatever he did at halftime, I mean, he came out. It worked. So good job there. Here we go. Pablo.
McDonough out to his right-hand side, looking for Gonzalito Pierres. As I say, this combination is, definitely the ace that they have up their sleeve, and they're going to get caught here. Audi, here's the pass, comes out from McDonough.
A little different setup, other side. I mean, they've been doing it for a while. They switch Mark to back and they bring Pancho up, to face up on Pablo. And but this is going to be an opportunity here, huge opportunity, very early in the 6th Chukker. They're going to have a blocking foul. Remember, Audi's out of challenges, and it was right around that 20 yards, that gray area I talk about, and so they're going to move it down to the 60, and within 20 seconds, they get this goal. That'll be the quickest goal we've seen.
And would help them no end, that's for sure.
We saw the 4 in 3 minutes, but this will be the quickest goal so far. So here goes Pablo McDonough from the 6-yard mark, penalty 4. Off to the side there. The low flag, and Audi will regroup.
Now then, what will the game plan be? Castagnola with a gentle little pass out to the left-hand side, feeds the ball to Nick Roldan, who could turn first. Roldan getting there just ahead of Pablo McDonough, but again, very close. There wasn't much in it there. Could have easily gone the other way. On the boards then, the 2-3s battling it out. Gonzalito Pierres. Still Gonza. He's beaten Castagnola with a swing and a miss. Luckily for him, he had, there he is in the green helmet, Tomacho. And that ball will come off the pony of Hector Castagnola, so there will be a change of possession, and it's deep in the half of Audi. So this is, as you would say, another advantage, an opportunity here for La Irenita.
Big, Yan. They're going to bring it out to the 60. Remember, when the ball goes out of bounds inside the 60. So this is a one-shot, pass or shot. McDonough, he's going to go for it. It's off to the right, but I like the attempt.
Very unlucky in there. Again, very close. There was.
That's the difference also, Yan, there when the ball's inside and goes out of bounds inside the 60. That next change of possession, you can't dribble. You have to hit one shot, either a pass to a teammate or you got to hit it at the goal. And different than a change of possession anywhere else on the field where you have the ability to work the ball. And that's based on because you're so close to the 60.
Makes sense. Over across to across the field then, the pass to Ganzi.
And a few, three quick whistles here at the beginning of the 6th. Let's see, Heta's going to hammer one. And he goes right off the stirrup there of Pablo. And I think Pablo's just going to run it down. Yeah, he's going to run it down. And Mark had an opportunity. I think he just kind of took his time a little bit. He kind of floated over, If he would have got there a little quicker and off, he would have been okay. I think he just thought he had a lot of time. So he just took his time, and good read by McDonough. Closing the gap. They know time is at the essence. Here you go. They're keeping it on their side, McDonough.
Only as far as Castagnola. Sends it under the neck over to Ben Sadon. He overrides. In comes Ganzi. This time all clean and very well taken. Still Ganzi. Piat Tamacho just had to put his stick down there. Nick Roldan, what a great pass from Nick. Now then, and what a clever play here by Hector Castagnola. My goodness, that really was absolute superb Polo. I hope we can show you that again. The way he took the pass, and that the pass in itself was top draw from Nick Roldan. Here it comes again, and on your screens. Watch this, how he outplayed Pierre is here, and cool as ice.
Goal number 8, and as you said, fantastic play. And it seems to me that Nick and Heta in the center are getting stronger and stronger. So we're going to see a lot more out of them as the season goes on here in the 2024 World Polo League season. They are definitely starting to really gel there. I mean, that was a nice open back shot, and as you saw, Heta used it kind of caught Gonza flat-footed a little bit, so he hit it by him. Gonza tried to get around, and Heta was already moving. And then the rotation from Pancho and Benzadone and Mark, they're definitely getting very comfortable with each other. Also, you see Mark going to back, Pancho going to one. So they're getting a great rotation, the Audi team. And as you said, Lolo Casanova doing the coaching, so seems to be working. That's a big goal right before the courtesy change. And it could have went the other way. 2-goal swing there. As they had some opportunities there. They had the 60, they had the change of possession, and then they had the 5A. So they came out strong here in this Chukker. Let's see if they got to win. They got to roll out here. They got to get going quickly now with the 5 goals. Still can be done. Need the possession.
Yeah, and they're just not getting it, or are they?
Yeah, they're going to get one here.
Feels a little bit like they broke them in the 4th Chukkerdale. That's, I think, when all the damage was done.
Well, they did a good job playing neutral polo too in the 5th. You know, they didn't make a lot of mistakes where it could have went back the other way. And now you're going to get a right-of-way violation, but they're not going to move that ball from the spot. Pablo, 5-8.
Wants to take it a little bit further. Yeah, he's got Pancho Benzadon coming now, then being pushed out to the left-hand side. Little touch, stolen by Nick Roldan. Pierres Tamacho right behind him. Still Nick. Look at Heta going up there. Now he stops, turns, reads it. This is all about the anticipation. And once again, Pablo McDonough, a lot of field to work with. Corrects that bouncing ball from the half volley round the outside. He's just got to get past Benzadon. Decides to, if he somehow can, lose that traffic. And what a steal by Nick Roldan. I mean,
quick with the stick.
Yeah.
Nick, quick with the stick. Keeping it moving here. You got Pancho again down the center here. Mark's going to play in the middle of the field. I think Heta's playing zone back here. Pretty sure. Yeah, he's zone back, so Nick will go further back.
McDonough. Coming up to the 3-minute mark still. Pablo McDonough. Now Ganzi coming in to shut him down. Up goes Gilberto Sayao. Up goes Tomacho Pierres. And again, Audi just getting their mallet down there. Pushing.
Another good play by Mark. Just staying composed there.
Yeah.
Not making sure he doesn't block Pablo. You don't want to stop the game and give him an open goal. Just stay strong and let Pancho come up. And then even here, again, staying clean, let him play it out. Don't give him a chance to go to the line here. See how Mark pushes him, Pancho cleans out, everybody stays clean, and watch. They'll move. Nick doesn't get one, so he tries to run it down, but no problem. They're going to let that roll. Play the numbers game here now, based on the 4-goal lead. The only thing that hurts them here is putting them on the penalty line. So they got to keep stay clean on their neutral play. Here we go.
Ball comes out, picked up by Audi once again, out towards that goal from La Irenita. McDonough sends Tomacho on his way. There's the pass. Gonzalito, little under the neck shot. And I think that was definitely intended for Tomacho. Sends it back, a cut shot on the turn. Unlucky Gonzalito Pierres.
Yeah, nice try. They haven't had the best luck here in the second half. Anyways, opportunities. And now controlled by number 3.
So a little over a minute left to go, Dale. 14 goals to 10 in favour of Audi. And I'm sure with the time remaining, if Audi can get this over the finishing line, they'll be very happy with the performance. All 4 players on both teams, as a matter of fact, but for Audi, all 4 players, of course, having scored. But 8 goals alone by the man with the number 3 on his shirt, Heta Castagnola. And Nick Roldan will just run that ball and get, exactly as I said, get this over to the finishing line. A last touch possibly here by the Cobra. And La Irenita, plenty to discuss after this game. So 1-1. Remember, they beat Senfest. They had to now, of course, concede against Audi. And just to remind you that, of course, the action continues in the World Polo League tomorrow afternoon. Kaya Polo will be taking on Casablanca. But that is it for us for this second game in Group 1 on Field 3 of the Founders Cup. And here we have your final match statistics.
And there's the biggest difference right there, the shots on goal. That's where it changes, 21 compared to 16. And throw-ins, they picked it up Audi in the second half. Everything's pretty even across the board there. Those shots on goal, getting those shots gives you opportunities. Opportunities turns into goals. Congratulations to Audi. And for Jan Edik Frank, I'm Dale Schwetz. I speak for everyone here at CTV Sports when I say thank you for making us the leaders of polo broadcasting. And always remember here at CTV Sports, we love the polo.